Good morning everyone and welcome to my channel. It is the weekend. Today is Friday and I am on my way to Italy tomorrow morning. But I'm first this morning I'm on my way to Rotterdam to teach ballet class. And it's my end of my first week there. I'll be there next week, but not on Monday because I'll be in Italy. I'm going to Livorno, which is near that leaning tower called Pisa that I love so much. I've been there several times. It's a really beautiful part. We eat great food and I judge a competition. Not really into competitions, but it's a great way to expose. But you know me, so... Alright everybody, let me tell you right now, I'm just gonna get myself a little spoofed up for you this morning because joy waits and welcome. Joy waits and welcome and not on time. Yes. And so I thought I would just dress myself up this morning and welcome you to the weekend and welcome you to my channel. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling pretty good. Now I went through a lot, like a few rough days. I was gonna say a lot because it felt like a lot because it was like overly dramatic. And I'm back here with my humor and I'm back here with my energy and I'm just gonna let it flow, right? Because do people like when you let it flow?
No.
I'm sorry?
No!
Of course they don't, you know what I mean? Because that's really offensive. When you're happy, no one else is happy. If you're energetic, it can be so annoying to people. But you know what? That's okay because happiness is right now when you choose it, right? You gotta let it go, all that stuff go, all that shit that, you know, like these mood swings and everything, well, at least with me. So, and I'm accused of having ADHD, and I said that a couple times, but I don't. I don't think I do. And if I do, I think I manage it quite well. I manage it. I feel like crying right now. Should I cry?
No!
There's always somebody's got something to say. Somebody's always got something to say about everything. And so does your own voice. So I'm here this morning and just finding myself in a good space. So I'm going with the flow because life is about going with the flow. I have nothing to prove. I have nothing to impress anybody. There's something also really funny. You might find this funny too because you maybe experienced that. I have always, often, because the lighting of this camera here or something, is that my tongue is like a coffee stained tongue. And I'm always looking at that. And I have a stain right here on my tooth. Which, I don't know, my mind always focuses in on that inadequacy of myself because it's there. And I was like, ooh, it's ugly and maybe, whatever. You know what? Whatever, Maurice. I do that. Whatever, Maurice. How juvenile. But I like to be juvenile sometimes. I'm accused of that. I'm accused of being... Should I be upset about it?
No!
Thank you. That was my voice. Come back, say it again.
For the last time, no!
We're listening to Wonderland by John Mayer. Isn't that the same last name as this guy with like sent me a hate comment? This has the ER and his has a YR, M-A-Y-R. Anyway, Lucas, I hope you're having a great day. Anyway, and because of you and your comment, your hate comment, I'm back here being myself because I am not defeated. And joy does not wait on time, Miss Thing. Joy waits on welcome. And right now, I am here with my joy. Okay, I am gonna take a sip of coffee. I want to share with you, when I feel, from time to time, I read this book right here called Happiness Now. It's a self-help book. And when you're on your spiritual search in the beginning, you have realized that you want some help or something because you have felt, I don't know, inadequate, insecure, and you struggled and all that. So you know that's all about me and rising above that and not following any herd and not feeling like I am left out. Now, I'm not left out because I follow my own calling, as you'd say, and I just continue to keep calling that. So from time to time, I read Happiness Now, right? And Happiness Now is, as seen on Oprah. Oprah is my diva. Oprah is my diva. She has brought so much wonderful change into this world, into the consciousness of the world, especially America, which really needs it. And this is timeless wisdom for feeling good fast. And sometimes we really want to feel good fast. You know, happiness can be like right now. It can be right now. Like I said, joy waits on welcome and not on time. So, I'm here, I'm going to share just a couple of things, right? I'm going to share a couple of things you can think about this weekend, and you can be conscious of yourself and conscious that you can make a choice to be happy right now. All right? Do you know that back then, this is what I did in a piece. I did this piece called Seeing the Light, and in that there was a text, and I want to read you this text of back old. It's called, Happiness Appears to Have No Value. What? Other than that, it offered a temporary respite between periods of pain and trauma. Between those periods of pain and trauma, it offered a temporary respite. It was definitely simplistic as the absence of pain. Other messages I received, this is the guy who wrote the book, included, happiness is superficial. Pain is deep. Laughter is a common symptom of manic depression. What? This is what the world we came from. And this is what people think, you know? Smiling a lot means you're suppressing a hidden pain. So, you know, like, smiling a lot, like, why can't you just smile because you love, you're so grateful for being able to walk down the street and look at the beautiful sky and the birds. Laughter is a common symptom of manic depression. Smiling a lot means you're suppressing hidden pain. Optimism is often unrealistic and delusional. My friends, this is a crock of shit.
No.
Huh?
No.
Huh?
No.
Exactly. That's what's right. And it doesn't mean that you cannot have happiness right now. And talking to God is the first sign of a nervous breakdown. Well, let me tell you something right now. That happiness can be easily gotten really fast if you change your perception on shit, right? Change your perception on what you think things are as they appear, because things are not as they appear, because you're leaving out the rest of the equation, you're leaving out so many other things. And so by letting all that go, you can be in a happier space, and I like to live more in that space. But we have our days, because I just had my days. I swear to God, I had my days lately, and I almost, well, actually, in fact, I got hijacked, and I was really feeling low. And I have these from time to time, and I love those moments, because now I found that my strength in myself and the choice of my happiness now is here with me. Okay, I came upon something. I'm gonna read here a little bit. Just something, two different things, just to share with you before I go with you. But I'll have another sip of coffee. I love my coffee in the morning. It's one of my rituals. Oh, it's habit, because in the morning, when that coffee hits my tongue, I'm like, oh, and I wake up, and it's like, you know, it's a habit, but we are creatures of habit. We are creatures of habit, which brings me to often,
N-O.
yeah, we say no to happiness. What?
No!
You know what?
No.
Oh, that's often what it's saying to, like, the world is like this no thing. No, 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 no. well, just change it to yes. I'm going to talk about there's two lists here. And this is really, really interesting because you can recognize something in yourself. The conditioned self. This is the conditioned self. If you don't know what the conditioned self is, or if you want to remind yourself of the conditioned self, this is what Robert Holden, Happiness Now, Robert Holden, this is what he says, and I love this book. I love this book. I love it, love it, love it, and I read it from time to time, and it really perks me up. Really helps me perk me up. I don't really need anything to perk me up, right? Do I?
No!
Absolutely.
No!
I know all the voices in my head. Positive and negative voice. Anyway, the conditioned self, that's the one that's created because of circumstances and conditioned. The conditioned self is the learned self, the false self. You know those false and phony people? The fearful self, the critical self, the one that like gets on you all the time for not like looking your best, or you know, having a coffee tongue. Or like, you know, saying that you're bad and no one likes you and you're not pretty enough and all that bullshit. The lower self, the disassociated self, yes. The ego is your conditioned self. The split self, body, mind, is the conditioned self. Persona, your personality, that's created by everything around you and what everybody tells you that you are. There's nothing wrong with it, because that's what happens, and you can have fun with it when you realize it a little bit later. But if you think you're your car or your house or your, you know, or your partner, and like, if you think you're all those materialistic things or what is outside of you, good luck, because oh, shit's gonna fly in your face, honey. Anyway, your flesh conditioned self. Flesh, nothing, sin, hell, and the fallen self, right? That's your conditioned self, right? That's what's created. This is your unconditioned self. And this is where you can live and recognize and realize, oh, this is gorgeous. The original self. Baby, smack that baby come into the world without the smack. Why don't we get spanked when so we can start breathing and then we start crying? But your original self, like the untouched self. Real self, the loving self, the creative self, the higher self, the unified self, the Holy Spirit, the whole self, the spirit, the soul, Atman, Christos, sorry. I am, that's so part of the search. Stop the search. I am this, I am you, I am me, I am. By seeing I am, I can make change. Source, which is like your God. Source, co-create with your source. Heaven and the divine self. That is the unconditional self. And that's who you really are before all the conditions and the personality and everything's created. Oh my God, what an opportunity. What an opportunity. It's just, this is a really, really good book. Oh, ego. One more thing here. EGO, ego. Everything good is outside. And this is false. And that's what your ego says. That everything that I can acquire outside of me is good. Oh, that's your conditioned self, my friends. You know? Because I can tell you that, I don't know, I used to buy shit a lot all the time because I had no idea about my finances and about where my money was going. And I used to spend a lot of money on, you know, clothes and things to look pretty and look good, you know? And I would fill up my credit card because I was like trying to fill a hole. I would like spend money that I didn't have, and I had no, like, I took no responsibility of that. I'm not like that now because happiness is now, and I choose that more often. And actually, in fact, I'm not in debt, so I have no debt. Anyway, I just did my taxes and I made a lot of money last year, and now I'm gonna have to pay taxes on that money, as everybody does. But anyway, I am just here this morning to share with you with my hyper and very secure self today, securely here with you. And what does my voice say in my conditioned self?
No, no, no!
Yeah, it does say that sometimes, but you know what? Just like this, you can go like this. You can like be busy and all of a sudden it's
The
like,
last time, no.
to happiness. That's what your voice says. It can say no to happiness. Happiness isn't something that you have to acquire. I realize that. And the best part is to realize it in the midst of some kind of like emotional chaos that your mind comes up with, and you feel drugged down again, and you feel like nothing can cure you. But happiness can. And remember that nothing on the outside is going to bring you any kind of thing. So when you go inside and you realize that you can reach your full potential by going on inside and being conscious and being kind to yourself and being kind to the world, you don't have to let people walk all over you. It's not about that. Because you don't fight fire with fire. But you can, and to stand up for yourself. The way to stand up for yourself is to be yourself. And what does that mean? Maybe the self that everybody doesn't really like. So, but that's okay and that's good. Look. Look. I'm here being myself this morning and just sharing with you just a few little tips from one of my favorite books, Happiness Now by Robert Holden. Maybe I'll read a little bit from that book and maybe it can resonate a little bit with you. What time is it? It's not even 8 o'clock this morning, and oh, I've changed my talks to, I'm gonna change my morning talks because I don't get it in the morning. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Change is good, and I'm gonna make change. It's gonna be called iSHARE Daily Talks. That's all. That's all. iSHARE Daily Talks. And because, do you like it?
No.
I'm sorry?
No.
I'm sorry?
No.
You've got to do your thing. So don't pay attention to your voice and let your voice, the personality voice. That's the one that's scared all the time and just doesn't want to move and be in the corner. But when you get in the corner, is that really good? And does that feel good? Optimally? Does it feel good, my friends?
N-O.
One more time.
No!
Exactly. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Choose happiness. Choose to be in a good space for yourself. And remember, nothing on the outside is going to bring you anything. And one more other thing. Joy waits on welcome. And not on time. Okay? Welcome joy. Welcome joy in your heart. Be happy with the now. Happiness is right now. And love everybody and share it. And put on a song and lighten yourself up when you can. You can do that here with me. Thank you for watching me this morning. Italy, here I come. Italy, here I come. Love you. Bye.